Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studio. Welcome to Parents' Night Out with no new friends. Real, raw hilarity. It's your night out without the kids. So kick back, relax, and get ready to let loose with us. This is Parents' Night Out with no new friends.
Be ready for the Parents' Night Out podcast.
So we aren't going to Costco.
Wow, what is going on, guys? YouTubers. What are people of YouTube? Is it the people of YouTube?
They
have a nationality? YouTubians. I kind of like that.
YouTubians.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, the
Like
people of
people at
YouTube
Walmart?
are YouTubians.
People of Walmart. Speaking of YouTubians and stuff like that, I was thinking this morning about something weird. I just randomly woke up, and the only person that's going to be able to answer this is Nick and maybe half of Darren. So, you know how like some guys stereotypically have foot fetish for women? And I could
Yes.
see why that would be a thing, because women paint their toenails and this and that, right? Do guys have foot fetish for other guys?
Good question.
They do, but I don't know why. It's
Yeah, see, it'd be
Gross.
confusing, because it's still borderline like confusing for guys. But then for guys to fantasize about other guys' feet, guys' feet are weird.
They're gnarly.
They're gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're real gnarly.
Yeah, I just don't like. Do you get a? Do you ever send
Every guy except for Lewis, of course, and Sarah loves
Yeah.
Lewis's feet.
Obviously.
Lewis definitely gets
Obviously.
pedicures.
an exception, but he's straight, so it's different.
Wait,
I
does
wish
Lewis
he
get?
would. No, I wish he would.
Oh, because they're
He
gnarly.
probably would if I asked.
I've asked Brandon, he won't do it.
Would you get a pedicure with me? He said sure. No
There you go. Oh,
hesitation.
of course
Wow.
you will.
I've
It'll
done
be a fun
pedicures
date
before.
day.
There
You
you
probably
go,
thought it
you
was
check-
a
you check it.
sexual thing. Did you explain what it is?
Miranda, does your husband have gnarly feet?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, hobbit feet. They're too-
Hobbit feet.
Hobbit
well, that,
feet.
That's like Chris.
Were you
Chris has
related?
hobbit feet.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the looks, it's just the size. Actually, I think I have some of the biggest feet on the podcast. I think my feet are bigger than Scott's. Scott's probably a 9.
I'm not a
You
9.
look like a 9 guy.
You
10
look
and
like
a
a
half?
9 guy.
I'm a 10 and a half.
You're 10 and a half.
Whoa.
Wow.
10 and a half. Yeah. You know what to say about
Alright.
big feet.
Congratulations to Emily.
I can contest that this is true. I met Chris in person, and he's real size.
You know what's
He's
real
Like he's life size.
it is. It is.
That's the most surprising thing when you meet Chris in person. You're like, oh, you're not as short as I thought you'd be.
Yeah,
Nick's
I was-
not
I
that
was
much
very
taller than
shocked.
me. I was wearing
Yeah.
platforms, but
So, how long did it take from you seeing each other to make out for the first time?
well, I could tell over the years that Nick's a great friend, but he's an even better lover, and I got to experience that firsthand, not just hearsay. Now, if you want to just go right into this, we can go right into this, because
We've already started.
There
we
is
do cold ones now.
there is a lot. I know, but going into the wedding, I started talking about foot fetish. Now we're talking about my sister's wedding. Weird transition, but we could do it.
We've had weirder.
That is true. That is true. So
My kids are great, by the way. In case you were gonna
Exactly.
transition to that.
Sarah, you've got kids.
So, let's rewind this a little bit. Yes, I met Nick, but before I met Nick, there was things that led up to meeting Nick, like getting on a plane and going through the airport and stuff. So,
This is what happens when you travel, guys,
spoiler alert.
Ooh.
especially to an island.
We traveled to the Dominican Republic for my sister and my brother-in-law's wedding, and at the airport was me, Emily.
Spoiler, got married.
Spoiler alert! It went through.
with it.
Yes, they went through with it. Not to the party boats tried to stop it, but it still went through. But so we go to the airport. It's me, my parents, Emily, Ellie, my neighbors were all there. We go through the security line, and they are giving my sister a very hard time, TSA, like for her carry-on, and like pulled to the side and talked to, which was insane.
Yeah, your sister does look very suspicious.
So we get through to the other side, and she's like, "I can't believe this." I said, "What?" She said, "They scanned my bag and they said, 'Do you have anything sharp in your bag?'" And she was cocky. She's like, "No, I don't have anything sharp in my bag. There's nothing in there." And then she
yeah,
goes,
you act as though I've never flown before.
and they turn around the screen to her, and there's a knife in her bag, like a butcher knife.
What?
She packed the cake cutting knife for the wedding in her carry-on.
Forgot. Completely
That's
forgot.
embarrassing.
Wait a second. Did she not trust the hotel to have a cake cutting set?
It gets worse. Her and her best friends are all getting married this year. My sister's the second wedding, so there's still two more weddings. They were all going to use the same knife. So now one person
Wait, hold
used the
on.
knife.
We thought Sarah was the Jew.
Weddings are expensive in this economy.
Sisterhood of the traveling cake cutting knife.
There you go.
You know what?
Fit them all.
You know what the tariffs are on cutting on kitchen utensils? It's crazy. So the knife is gone. I couldn't believe it. I cannot believe you tried to pack a butcher's knife in your carry-on. I can't believe that they didn't give her even a harder time. But anyway. So
what, did she have to toss it?
oh yeah. They it's in the Philadelphia landfill now. It is.
Meanwhile, your sister's friends are like, "Oh, leave it to Brittany to screw us up, screw up our plan." There's got to be a nasty group text.
No one was surprised. I will tell you that much. No one was surprised.
She a little flighty.
I don't understand. I wanted to laugh, but I have no idea what that means.
Little flaky.
Flaky.
You've never heard that term, flighty?
Like flaky, flighty? No. I thought you were talking about like an airplane.
Flaky's different.
Flaky?
Flaky, flighty, airheady.
Oh, airheady. Yes. If that's what those two.
All
things
the
mean,
same thing,
yes.
Chris.
Yes.
These are all synonyms.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't go to school in the 90s, so I have no idea.
He didn't have a thesaurus.
No, I don't know what that.
What's a thesaurus?
It's a dinosaur in the new Jurassic Park movie, I think. I have no idea.
Oh.
So that happened first. We get, flight was great. We get to the shuttle, and this is the first time I've ever been to like a. That's not the first time I've been to a tropical island, but let's just pretend it is. So it's the first time I've ever been to a tropical island. And so they put us on a shuttle to get to the resort, and some guy says, "I got ice cold beers and water." I was like, "This is great. You get free beer and water." So they handed out all the beers, and then he comes around with a sack. He's like, "All right, guys, $5 per beer and a tip for me." To every single. I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's not free." I'm like already half done the beer. So and the funny thing was when he was passing out the beer, it was just they were all in a plastic bag. Like he just robbed the store down the street, and he brought his own bag at least. Great business because he waits until after you start drinking it to charge you to tell you that it's even worth. He's
good marketing.
It's great. I respected it so much.
He's like the carny who lets you pop like 18 balloons and then says, "Okay, that's going to be $400."
So, the scariest part about going to the Dominican Republic or arriving at the Dominican
Is that it's
Republic,
right next to Haiti?
That was really eye-opening for me. Jarring, the fact that they share the same island.
Clear on the opposite side of the island.
Oh my, yeah. It was like if you look up the travel advisory, that goes to 4. And Dominican Republic's 2. It just says travel with caution because it's I guess it's crime there. Haiti says 4. Don't even consider it. And I'm like, this is a little terrifying. What if barbecue, comes across the border and eats half of the wedding guests? Anyway.
You know what they need? They need an alligator Alcatraz.
Oh my God, no.
I think that would probably be a nice little plan A in his 2-step plan for eating people barbecue. I'll tell you what though, if that was, I think plan B was executed. I think we ate some of that. So I think we ate people at the resort. Anyway, but listen, let's not jump the gun. So, and I'm not just talking about me and Nick. So, the shuttle driver has no skin in the game for any of us. He just needs to take us from the airport to the hotel. And he looks us straight in the face. He goes, "Guys, do not drink the water here." It's like, okay, that's pretty typical. And then he goes, "Do not even brush your teeth with the water."
Oh.
I say, oh, good thing I don't brush my teeth, first of all. But but the taxi driver, the shuttle driver is telling us, like, okay, that's pretty serious. So like I'm taking showers with I had to put like a Hannibal Lecter mask on to take a shower. I looked like I was going to a
Chris
Joe
taking
Biden
shower
rally.
with a hazmat suit on.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna vote for Joe Biden in 2028. I had to wear a mask in the shower. Wow, I was getting waterboarded. So we get to the resort, and it's like a movie. the doors of the resort open real slow. Steam like fog comes out of the doors. I thought it was a special effect,
White-
just because it's very humid.
Oh, white dove flies out.
And Nick standing there. My white dove
Glitter
flies
everywhere.
out. Nick standing there, and Like a Prayer, like Madonna plays from right from the chorus.
I'm already down on my knees.
And
ready to
he
take
took
him
me there. So, anyway, I meet Nick. It was great. He did say, "Wow, you're not that short." I'm like, "Listen, it's a bit for the podcast." So Alex cut that. And then all chaos ensues. All chaos ensues. Now listen, Nick did such a good job booking everyone's room, making sure everything was in the notes for them. He served everything to these people on a silver platter. And I think if there was 50 people there, 40 guests' rooms were messed up. What do you think, Nick? 80%? 80% was.
I lost counts. I should have had a drink for everyone. I would have been.
You'd be
fucked
dead.
up. Yeah.
When you say messed up,
So-
what do you mean?
So I normally don't go on my clients' vacations. I guess
Stalker.
if you want to call it that. But this was a wedding group, and there was 70 people there. So this was my largest wedding group I've ever had, and I didn't pick the resort. I'm not putting fingers at Chris's sister, but
I will.
am. So Chris can. And I knew there was going to be some issues, but I went there just to make sure things run smoothly. I want to make a groom could enjoy their trip. It's their honeymoon, it's their wedding, it's their vacation, it's everybody else's vacation. So I was there to make sure everything ran smoothly, and it did not. The first issue was actually Chris's room.
Oh, yeah. Nick
And
booked
his
us
mom-
conjoined rooms or adjoined rooms? I don't know. The rooms
Joining
with the,
rooms.
Conjoined twins.
Yeah.
Conjoined twins.
He booked us conjoined twin
conjoined.
rooms
Conjoined.
with a door in the middle. He put in the notes and everything. We get there, and said, "Oh, we don't even have rooms like that here."
Well, yeah, it's an all-inclusive
I-
resort. They don't have those types of rooms.
Well, then put
What
us
do you think
next
this
to
They
each
do
is,
other,
at
Hotel
right?
some of
6?
them.
Well, then just put us next to each other, right?
Yeah, so they were supposed to be next to each other. I booked them both in an ocean view, and they're like, "No, Chris's room is noted as a tropical view."
Which is the highway. It's the rest of the. It's Haiti. It's the Haiti view. Like it's.
It literally
The
was
Haiti view.
And they're pulling it up on their system. I'm pulling it up on my reservation. I'm like, I have. What's this background noise?
What is that?
That is so weird.
Is Lewis typing something right now, Sarah?
No.
Because you're the only purple one. I was thinking your gain went all the way up on your microphone all of a sudden, maybe.
I don't even have kids here tonight.
She sounds louder. But...
No, it's definitely you. You sound like you're in my head.
Yeah,
now.
it's definitely you.
Me?
I can hear your thoughts. Yes.
I haven't touched anything.
Is someone running a vacuum cleaner over there?
No, I swear to God, there's nothing on right now.
It's
Not
gone
even my
now.
AC
Yeah,
is
now
kicked
it's gone.
on.
Oh, maybe it's the
Oh,
AC.
it's gone.
No,
No,
my
you
AC's
just
not
said
even.
it didn't kick on.
It's so
Oh.
weird.
No, it was like your gain went all the way up for a second. That was weird.
Is that better?
Oh, it's
It's fine
perfect
now.
now.
It's
Yeah, it's
fine now.
perfect. I can hear your thoughts for a second.
My hands are right here. I haven't even touched
I know you're a wizard.
Telepathy.
All right,
Yeah,
so,
so-
you've got a view of barbecue eating people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I'm showing them the confirmations that says Chris is booked in the pool view or tropical view, whatever, or the ocean view, and they're like, no, it's booked as a tropical view, and they're like, well, so they told Chris's mom that they need to call the travel agent. At the front desk.
Nick
Who,
goes,
luckily, I was
Nick
there,
goes,
and I'm
hello.
like, hi, travel agent right here.
That's me.
Should have called him. Like,
Yeah. So I'm pulling up the confirmations. I showed it to him. He's like, "There's nothing I can do. It's on the system this way." I was like, "No, there is something you can do. You can get the manager." I
Nick,
pulled that card.
Nick,
Okay,
no,
Karen.
no. Nick is being nice to explaining this. Nick was getting sassy. It was great. I was like, "You go off, King." He was like, no, fix it. Because you're gonna you're fixing this. Like he was telling them, and then the manager
They
comes
should get the
over.
room that they paid for.
Yeah, and then like they're like, and then the manager comes over, and his solution was, here's an email address. You have to email your request. Like no phone number. He made Nick email the reservation specialist. I'm like, who's running this place? You're the manager.
Barbecue.
He called somebody, and then he's like, he wants me to email them. I'm like, why can't I talk to them in person instead of having to send an email, which is going to take another 20 minutes? I'm like, my clients want to get to the room. They have a tired baby. They're hungry. And Chris needs to go hang out in my room for a bit.
Like Piper's gonna.
Yeah,
hang with
really,
you for
this
that,
resort is cock blocking you.
Oh yeah.
It was. It definitely
Should be
ruined
called
that,
Blue
so
Ball Resort.
Oh, Sarah, cock blocking is when you.
Don't get it.
Never.
So that was like the first issue, and then I noticed like the manager was talking to somebody else with the party. I finally got the manager to email this person, and then that person finally came out to help us.
Wait,
And she's like-
Wait,
hold
they're
up.
She's
Yeah,
there.
the person that you have to email is at the resort.
Oh, yeah.
She's literally at an office about 8 miles away because this resort was fucking ginormous.
Yes.
But that's
They
another
can't
story.
like just send a golf cart and say, "Hey, someone wants to talk to you," or
Yeah.
I don't know,
FaceTime or something.
No.
use the
I had to-
internal phones.
I had to
Hey,
email it.
someone wants to talk to you.
And I was like, they're like, well, you should have emailed it before the trip. And I was like, yeah, I did a month ago. And I have it confirmed from you guys a month ago that you received it.
Nick
I
had
have-
all of the receipts.
I had all the receipts.
all, like they asked for something, and 2 seconds he just put the phone in their face.
I'm like, receipt.
and they'd be like, "Oh," because like I guess they're used to people just not, walking all over everyone. And also, before Nick started to intervene, the guy that, not the manager, but the guy working there, said for $100, I'll get you a room next to your son, to my dad. Like if you give me $100. And then,
What?
and then Nick intervenes, and then like a half hour goes by, and then my mom goes up, she's like, whatever happened to that room? Like, there's a room available next to his room. You told us, because you said if we give you $100, you'll get it. He goes, oh, rooms go so fast, it's gone now.
No, they don't.
I was like,
They were
not
the only
this
ones
place.
checking in.
Yeah, we were holding up the line because you can't do anything else here. Oh yeah, it was a spectacle. It made me like so thankful that Nick was there, because if he wasn't there, I think I'd still be trying to check in right now. it was, and the funniest
And there was,
part about
there was
all
multiple
this,
issues after
Oh
that,
my
too.
God.
Because we had 30 people checking in the day Chris arrived, and then another 30 the next day. And I literally, after the manager came over, who's Sarah? You're loud again. So after they checked in, I had another 30 the next day. So after they're all done checking in, I sat down with the lady that came over to help us, which I was glad she did, because she knew what she was doing and knew how to deal with customers and the right way to do things. So I showed her the list of who's checking in the next day to make sure we didn't have this issue the next day.
Yeah, Nick. So listen to this. Nick sat down with the woman and fixed everything ahead of time. 24 hours later, nothing was fixed.
It's awful. They're putting somebody in a swim-up room. They're supposed to be in a swim-up room. They're putting them in a tropical view.
With mold.
With mold.
Yeah, they had to switch
Yeah.
rooms because there was mold on the decorations in there.
And then there was another couple that was supposed to have a king bed for an adults-only area. They wanted a king bed, and that's what they booked. And they tried to put them in 2 queen beds. And I'm like, no, this is not happening. They're like, well, we don't have anything left. And I'm like, well, you need to find something. And you know what? They did.
No.
They moved some guy that apparently didn't show up or something, I guess. I don't know. Don't care. But they
So
fixed it.
took a really long time to check in the first day. So obviously we're very hungry after this check-in process. We're in between lunch and dinner, so they only have a snack buffet open. This is no cruise ship. If you guys are on a cruise ship, you can get a hot dog anywhere you want. You can get a cheeseburger, a slice of pizza. It's always open 24 hours a day. This place, not so much. And it's our first time
Really?
there. Oh, yes. And
Dude,
it's,
every all-inclusive that I've been to, you can get food nonstop throughout the
right.
day.
Yes.
So here's the thing, Scott. So you stay at an actual
Excellent.
5-star property.
It said 5-star, but I think that was the
place,
name of the
this place said 5-star, and I think they just made their own stars. pretty sure.
They were Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
stars.
Whatever.
It would have been run a little better, I think. So we go to a snack buffet, and really excited. It's like, man, all you can eat food, all you can drink drinks. You go to the buffet. The first two, and it's not very big. It's the first two proteins, the only proteins, might I add, rabbit stew, and then goat stew.
What? No, wait,
Perfect.
Hell
this wedding
no.
was this wedding at the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom temple?
Scott, I would have killed for some Backlot Express chicken tenders.
Yes.
I was talking more like the
monkey
Temple
brains.
of Doom, like chilled monkey brains, and they cut open the snake and the baby snakes.
For
crawl
lunch
out.
that day, I had tortilla chips from a bag, presumably,
Okay.
some cheese, and a lot of bread. a lot of bread.
But it was cat cheese.
I
Came
did
from
not read the
teats of
sign.
cat.
I did not
There
read
probably
the
was
sign.
cat cheese because there was a shit ton of cats on this place too.
Oh yeah.
What do
there
you think's in the
was.
burger?
Oh my god.
I would have been thankful if it was a cat.
Because Chris tried the burger too, I remember, and it was not. He's like, "This is not meat."
It was.
I don't
it
know
was,
what kind of meat
Yeah.
it is.
So that was our first experience with food. Starving. I'm starving. So I don't even
Now
remember.
we know why Barbecue and his gang do what they do.
I get it now. I sympathize with
they
them.
were wedding guests at a wedding in Dominican Republic.
We go back up to the room, and a couple hours go by. We're hungry. Emily's sick. Ellie's like crying because she's hungry. I was like, okay, let me look to see. There's got to be food somewhere around here. So I walk
This is
down.
like
There's
the poop cruise.
There's
You're like
nothing. It's Fire
scavenging.
Festival. It's the Fire
Right.
Festival. Yeah. So I look on the map. I go to the lobby. I look at I get a paper map. It's like a 3D map. Like it's not even helpful. You look at the map on the phone. It's Google Maps, and it's literally Google
Literally.
Maps. And so I follow the signs, which is hard to find because there's not many signs on property. And so I see
The
it.
signs are like 12-point font.
Yeah, oh yeah,
All the signs.
and there's like 12 total signs on property. So I found a 24/7 fast food place. I was like, this is perfect. I'm gonna get some fries, some chicken fingers for
At the
Ellie.
resort?
Yeah, it's at the very end of the resort.
Okay.
So
So
there's no rooms. Literally, it's
Yes,
a wing
it's
of
just-
like it's like a mini mall.
shops, outdoor shops, really nice little wing, but not close to anything. So I walk all the way down there after getting lost 3 times. It's 45 minutes it took me to get to this place. I walk all the way down to the 24/7
He's not joking.
place. No, I'm not. I'm not exaggerating.
I got my steps.
I get there, it's closed.
The
The
24/7.
24/7 is closed.
Were they out catching meat?
So-
They're cleaning out the rat traps.
I called my mom just defeated, and I was like, "Do you know anywhere on property where I can get food for Emily and Ellie?" And she's like, "We're at the buffet right now. I'll get you a to-go thing." So I go to the buffet, and it is a sight to be seen. So, have any of you ever watched Cutthroat Kitchen?
No.
Or any food
No.
game show where there's
Yeah.
sabotages or challenges where it's like, all right, you have to make chicken cordon bleu, but we're not giving you ham, we're not giving you chicken. You have to use like frozen food to make a 5-star dish here, and the judges can't know. It felt like all of the food we were being served were challenges. Like I thought a game show was going on in the kitchen.
Like
where
here's
it's
5 ingredients, make a dish.
100%. That's exactly. I think that's the best description.
Okay.
Literally at the buffet, they have it's called the kids corner. So you'd think it'd be like stuff that kids like.
Not even on a
Macaroni,
corner,
cheese,
by
chicken
the way.
tenders.
Yeah, or the Chris's corner. They had a little cup of popcorn, a
Perfect.
little cup
Yeah.
of puffed Cheetos, probably an off-brand,
Period.
and then they had these little sliders. And by the sliders, I mean it was a green bun with a thinly sliced piece of ham on it.
It was like that episode of
I can really
SpongeBob
see
with
the
the
meat.
rainbow Krabby Patties.
The pretty Krabby Patties.
Like the kids area was awful.
it was
My poor child. And Piper is a very picky eater, so she gave a thumbs down to almost everything at this resort. Like even the hot dogs
They
Don't
weren't
know
hot
what
dogs.
kind of meat those were.
No,
They were not dogs.
they were not hot. They probably were.
hot cats.
They probably were. When they saw the name hot dogs, Americans love hot dogs. They started rounding up all the strays. That's exactly what happened. So, food was very bad, like very bad. I had all these plates coming back to the room. Lost half of it on the way. Shout out to the custodians, and we ate lots of bread. I had to order room service a lot. I had to get hot cheese sandwiches, which was their grilled cheese. Most of my diet consisted. We lost weight, by the way. Like we came home and we all weighed ourselves. We lost weight after being at this all-inclusive. Now
I need to go there.
That was all the negatives. The wedding itself, which we'll talk about a little bit, was beautiful. The wedding was great.
Can I talk about my one negative real quick? So,
yes, absolutely.
I'm a huge coffee connoisseur, if one might say. So they have a coffee shop there, and I was really excited. It's very beautiful. It looks like a kind of Colombian kind of coffee house. It was awful. I literally, I grabbed an iced coffee for like, it was at nighttime. I was like, I'll get it for the next day because it's a 3-mile walk to get here. So literally.
It was.
So
yeah.
I was like, I'll get one to go. I'll get it for the next day. I get vanilla syrup in it, and it's like thick like honey, and it didn't mix with the coffee. And to top it off, they put it in like an 8-ounce like Dixie cup.
It was very.
Was
small
like their
cups,
to-go
yeah.
cup. It was a very small cup. So I'm standing outside as Piper's counting how many cats are out there. I think we're at 20 that night. I try to sip just to see because I'm like, I'm not gonna walk back to the room if this is gross. I just really spit it out because what we found at the resort too, or maybe it's
Sarah,
Dominican Republic.
spitting is
Oh my
when
god!
Oh God!
Don't know about that either.
She's like, this resort sucks.
So I tried it. I literally spit it out into the grass. Like it was disgusting because their milk there, even Piper didn't like the milk. The milk was like room temperature everywhere.
from the cats.
So he literally ordered milk, and Piper was like, "Is it gonna be hot or cold?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I asked him for cold, and it came out warm. So the coffee shop was disgusting. So I decided instead I just drank espresso martinis the whole week.
It's true.
That's what got me through.
Period.
Yes, Nick always had an espresso martini in his hand. The restaurants you had to make reservations for, so it was very hard to get into them. The restaurants, I found the food was good. Everything else, I was scared. Like I was scared to eat. A lot of people were coming up to me saying like food was going right through them. Yeah, I was afraid.
And if you want to
to
book a
eat.
vacation to this resort, just reach out to Nick at Sandpiper Vacations. He'll be happy to book
See,
you
I make
there.
personalized recommendations. This was not one of them.
Nick's like, I'd rather book to Idaho.
The place was beautiful.
It was.
The tile
The wedding was
everywhere.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Deceiving.
and
It was
and
deceiving.
the wedding, and so like when the day of the wedding, and the reception, it's like, okay, I understand why they picked this place. Everything was really really nice. The wedding was 10 out of 10. Everything except for when I was giving the sermon and the party boat started blasting music.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, we paused and I said to Brittany, "It's like, wow, the reception's starting early, huh?"
Please tell me someone took video of the sermon.
Yes, we have videos of the sermon.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Because I did.
there's videos of that.
Spoiler
There's-
alert. I did get to hear the sermon the day before Chris left.
yeah. Scott was the only person that heard it,
And I heard the semen, so yeah, that's the funny thing about like a destination wedding. It's on the beach, it's beautiful, you have the ocean behind you, but yeah, there's just like we're right next door to this like where all the excursions take off, so party boat took off right then.
Yeah.
All of a sudden this like fat guy is walking right behind Chris, like 300 pounds. It might have been Scott.
He
Like
was skinny,
300
yeah.
pounds.
My invitation got
And-
lost in the mail. I couldn't
and
figure
his
out.
and his shorts were pulled up very high, and I'm just like, I couldn't focus on the wedding. I'm sorry, Chris. I was very distracted.
Yeah, the video. Nick's taking a video of this, and then he just zooms in on this guy. Half of the sermon you can hear me, but then all you see is the guy from Lilo and Stitch that drops his ice cream cone 3 times in the movie. Yeah, the party boats were fun. Like it was like they were filming Boats and Hose behind us from Step Brothers.
Boats and hose.
They were jamming, and it wasn't even like a private play, like a party. It was like the crew members were just going out and listening to Akon. It was at least they were playing some good music. But yeah, the wedding was nice, and it wasn't hot. I was so worried it was going to be hot. There was just a constant breeze.
It was perfect weather. It was supposed to rain that day. It was like
Yeah.
60% chance, and then it cleared up, and it was just a perfect day.
Yeah, it only rained in room 4132 after the wedding when me and Nick hung out. That was the only.
We didn't swallow the water though, but we swallowed.
So, if you guys want to get married, reach out to Nick. He'll do it for you.
Can we talk about probably the best part of the wedding reception though?
What, me and Piper doing the worm?
Yes.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes.
I thought it was when you got to grab Chris's ass on the
Oh, that
spinning
was
camera.
that was a highlight of not just the
second.
trip, my life.
He was waiting for that all week. So my daughter and I, we weren't planning to go to the wedding at all, and we got invited, and we're so thankful that you guys invited us because we didn't know Brittany, but we knew Chris obviously. And I was there, just like I said, I was there to help make sure things run smoothly in the background. And they invited us to the wedding, and my daughter stole the freaking show.
Oh, she was dancing the whole night.
She did the worm like 100 times.
At least.
Her and Chris did the worm. I was very nervous about that Achilles. Piper was doing like backflips, like everything. She was loving it. And I pulled Chris aside at one point, and I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "My daughter is literally obsessed with your sister, the bride. Like she is running around trying to find. She's where's the bride? She walks up to Brittany's. She's grabbing her hand, pulling her out to the dance floor, and like Chris said too, it's like Piper was looking up to her like she was like a princess." And it was such a magical moment for me because it was Piper's first wedding too, and that's all she's been talking about since we got home.
Oh, that's
now
awesome.
She wants to be a flower girl. She's fucking pissed at Ellie because Ellie got to be the flower girl. Ellie couldn't even walk.
I know. We were pretty embarrassed. It was pretty bad luck.
Piper was like ready to step into that. But Piper doing the worm next to Chris was like a highlight, and I love it.
Piper was a superstar, and the craziest thing about the wedding was taking a step back, and it's like I'm watching my sister and Piper dancing on the dance floor, holding hands dancing, and I'm like, in what world does any of this happen? Like, I meet you guys all through the internet, we all become such close friends, and now at my sister's wedding, this guy who's now my best friend that I met through the internet his daughter is dancing with my sister on the dance. Like, it was just like kind of like such a cool moment.
It is very surreal when, we get to hang out with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a weird, because it's like, oh yeah, I do this all the time, but also like when you sit back and think about, because like both times that I've hung out with you, Chris, it's like, oh yeah, I'll see him next week or whatever, and like nothing weird at all. But then when you sit back and you're like, wait a second, this is literally the second time that I've hung out with him ever. Mm-hmm. Met over the internet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was the first time we met. Yeah, and that was the first time we met in person too, and it was a cool moment to meet Chris face to face in the Dominican Republic, and he was literally, I ran outside and hugged him first thing, and picked him up and put him over my shoulders.
And as they face to face is
Somebody
perfectly
recorded
said.
that beautiful moment.
I
didn't see that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Done the dirty dancing move. Sorry. Go ahead.
I could see that, Miranda. Absolutely.
Right?
Piper is as advertised. Piper is a ball of energy, but okay. Here's the thing too. Like, we see all these videos of Piper dancing around and doing gymnastics and stuff. She is when Daddy's working, she is so chill. She is just, you don't even know she's there. It's like
I was there for the 3 hours I was in the lobby dealing with the room crap.
she's just playing games on her phone. And then showing her dad, like, oh look, I beat this level. Like, she's so, like, she knows it's a work trip, and she's young to realize that. It was pretty crazy.
She's fully embracing. She's called our VP of Fun for a reason.
Yes,
and fully embracing it and living that moment.
But then there's moments of that, and then there's also moments where she's running around with my cousins and she loses her phone, and everyone's looking for her phone all over the resort. So there is still a kid in her, but. Yeah, just a really, really awesome time. It was really cool being able to marry my sister and my brother-in-law, and then the
Is that legal down there?
Congratulations.
I thought Miranda's from Tennessee.
we have a special bond. So that was really cool. Giving a speech at the wedding was something I always wanted to do. Never thought I'd be able to be a best man in someone's wedding. So that was really neat. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. And Ellie was a rock star. Ellie was up till like, oh my gosh, till the wedding was over. We had all my neighbors were taking turns pushing her around in the stroller. We had so much help. It was great. So I had a little air tag on her stroller anyway, just in case a cat took her. But it was just so much fun. And we had like 100 drinks because the alcohol was all watered down. So we got to drink a whole bunch.
Hopefully not with the tap water.
I know. Now that I'm thinking, no, they take the water thing serious. Like when you get coffee and stuff, like they have like jugs of Dasani getting pumped into the coffee machines and stuff. It's pretty scary. What is going on? Why is the water thing such a big? I don't get it.
From
It's the same thing in Asia.
What? I don't
I was
get
gonna
it.
say Florida is the same. It's gross.
Mexico.
Real.
So from what I learned on my research, I do a very extensive research, and I sent this to you guys ahead of time too in an email. And my research was literally ChatGPT, but I'm like, why is water not good? Basically, it said that there's just different types of bacteria in it that our bodies aren't used to. So basically, it would be in one end and out the other very quickly.
Yeah.
It would just make you sick. So
Yeah, that's essentially what it is people who are native to that area, their immune systems have built up to whatever bacteria is in that water, except for like third world countries where like we have to donate wells. But like in most places, it's just their body's used to it. Like in Mexico, they can drink their water. It's fine. But if we go and drink their water, we're fucked.
I didn't realize you were a water expert.
I am now.
In the last like 3 weeks, he's become one.
Yeah, because I don't know if you knew
he stayed at a
this.
5-star resort that has a
I
water
have stayed at a
supply.
5-star resort, but I don't know if you knew this, but back on Easter, I almost died.
You did? Sorry, I was too busy watching
then,
WrestleMania.
Since then, I've switched to water. I weighed 217 pounds that day. Can anyone guess what I weigh now?
225.
250.
Spoiler alert, I've lost weight.
Oh, congrats.
216.
198.
Wow, so close. I'm down to 195, guys.
Wow.
I'm down 22 pounds.
Wow.
I'm heavier than you
Well,
now.
That's great.
Well, it looks like you got shorter based on where your camera is.
I put the
Are you
laptop is on a lift now, so it's a different angle. But guys, I'm
All
like
head.
working. Yeah, I'm working out so hard, like so freaking hard. Like today I had 3 beers at Epcot, and so I came home and did another bike ride just so that I could like work off these calories. But like I'm weightlifting too. I've got bulges in places that I've never had bulges before. It's crazy. Like
I don't want to hear about your bull.
not like that, but like my arm muscles, like right here, like I can feel this, and like the really strong people that have like the neck muscle, like it's there. I have it.
I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I went to go see Jurassic.
I have that
went
too,
to
but
go
I give a lot of head. So.
What,
He's got
next
a
to do
very
some of
fine
your
job.
El Grande Americano?
maybe I am. I went to see Jurassic World with my mom, and like I had just done an intense upper body workout, so the whole time I'm just feeling myself. I'm just feeling my pecs, and I'm like, oh my
All right,
God,
Pee
I've
Wee
got
Herman
pecs
in the
now.
movie
Hey,
theater. Come on.
Wait, can I
With
can
your
I ask you a
mom?
question?
There's so many things wrong with it.
How heavy are the weights that you're lifting?
We just bought new ones, 15 pounds.
No, I want to know. I want to
15
know how
pounds.
heavy the weight. I want to know how heavy the weights you
Listen,
were.
motherfucker, you go do the workouts that I do with the 15-pound
I
weights.
want you to tell everybody here right now how heavy the weights are.
15 pounds. The upper
No,
body stuff
before
is.
that.
Oh, okay. So listen, here's the deal. When they've got lightweight and arm workouts, but it's a lot of repetition. And when I first started this, I told Rachel, I said, hey, I think I'm going to do the lightweight workout. I said, but like we have the 3 pounds. I think I'm going to use the 10-pound. And she's like, maybe you should try the 3-pound first before you get into the 10-pound. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. my arms burned so bad after the 3 pounds because it's a lot of repetition. It's not just you. Listen, you try it, motherfucker, and let's see how you
have
feel.
To start low, like you have to. That's with my trainer.
Yeah, no, but okay.
I felt silly starting that low. Well, I didn't start that low, but I felt silly starting. I mean, 3. Come on, my 2-year-old can lift 3 pounds. I mean, seriously, he seriously can. Like, I'm not kidding you. He did it earlier this morning. Like,
okay,
good
listen.
for you, Scott.
There's 2 different upper body workouts that I'm doing. There's the repetition with the lighter weights where you're going faster and a lot more. You're doing like 100 reps as opposed to 10. And then there's the upper body, which I use 15-pound weights, where it's a lot more of the strength conditioning. The 3 pounds is for like tone, and the heavier weights are for like the strength. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
You're so bitch.
We're proud of you, Scott.
Thank you,
We're
Sarah.
this for my
somewhere,
family.
okay?
Thank you.
Great.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I won't tell you where I'm at, but we're proud of you.
I mean,
Listen,
Even
I
the
just
gay guy
started.
lifts more than that. Wow.
you're doing great. It's okay.
All right, Miranda, you can host the rest of the episode.
No.
So you tried to push your husband off a cliff this weekend.
Wow.
No.
What another
Oh,
segue.
gosh,
Oh,
no.
wow.
No. I might now after watching him jump off of this cliff. Yeah. So we went
Were
out.
you
on-
nagging him? Is that why you jumped?
No.
Oh my god.
You can't say that. Oh.
The kids were screaming and it was a little hectic, but he did ask my permission. He did ask my permission. He did, and because I didn't want to be that wife, you know, because it was his friend's boat, and I don't want to be.
You're already that wife. If he had to ask for permission, you definitely have his
Well-
balls in your purse.
That's the first. It's funny you say that because he always said nobody would have his balls in their purse. And it's
You
funny
do.
that you say that. But so he did ask, and I said, "Sure, go ahead, just go." And he kept standing there, going, "Are you sure?" I said, "Just go, because if you don't, I'm going to change my mind, and then it's going to be ugly. And then just go." So he went, and of course he'd been drinking, and it looked high. Like the one that we all jumped off of the last time we went out was high. It was too. I'll never do that again. But it looked higher, and I was like, okay, well, we'll just go with it. So he climbs up there, which it's treacherous watching him climb up it. Like I don't even know how he got up there. And when he gets up there, I literally started crying. Like I was mad, sad, worried, all these things. And I yelled, I'm like, no, come back down. No, we're not doing this. And he's just up there like, woo, you know, crazy. And yeah, I mean, it's like 50 feet. It had to have been. I get, when I talk about it, my chest gets tight. Like I still have anxiety, like thinking about it. So yeah, he jumped. Somehow he cleared the rocks in front of him, and
That's what looks scary. Is that like
The
there
part in
was a
front?
shelf?
yeah,
That he had to
literally,
clear.
his friend Mark's wife goes right before he jumps. She goes, "Can you even get over that?" Oh, and then he goes, and yeah, you hear that in the video.
I hear.
like,
Yeah, I hear that in the video.
Oh, he did it. Like, yeah, we weren't sure. So, it's a little scary. So,
And how's fundraising going
fundraising.
for the boobs?
Oh gosh, not well. Not well.
Not well.
Where did we land on the OnlyFans?
I haven't started it yet. No, I need to talk to my manager. So I'll call you after this, Scott.
I gotcha.
No, we haven't. I don't know. I'm still torn. You know.
Go ahead, Darren.
I just feel so behind because I have no idea what you're talking about because I haven't been
You missed
listening
ladies'
to
night.
the episodes.
Oh,
Maybe I should go back and listen to old episodes.
You missed Ladies' Night.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Lots going on. So.
Sarah,
Yeah,
any
I-
new Legos?
No, I'm still only 1 box down on the Titanic because I've had a very stressful weekend at work and I've pretty much just slept in between shifts. So, yeah. And I'm trying to make it go as slow as possible because I don't want my husband to have a heart attack when I'm ready for another. But actually, Nick, your husband has been texting me about Legos and he's a really bad influence.
Oh no.
Like truly, he texted me randomly today about the Star Wars Lego logo one, and I'm like, crap! Now I got to upgrade mine. That's gonna cost money. Anyways, I'm envious. So my husband's gonna kill me if I don't make it last.
He has way too many. It's a lot.
No, it's not too many, and it's very well organized. I must say.
It's organized, but it's still too many. Do you know how
Well,
many
you
vacations
can-
I could have been on?
Well, you know what? Just
I
take
could've been on
one,
more.
like the Daily Bugle and Avengers Tower specifically, and if he has the T-Rex, just smash them and send them to me in pieces, and I can look up the manual online, and I'll get them out of your way, and then I still get to build them.
It's a win-win, except for your husband.
except for,
For
except for my
sure.
husband.
Except for both of their husbands.
I bought a bookcase for my new sets. I need to fill the bookcase with more Legos.
And Lewis gets to fill things every day. So.
Yeah, that's a win-win right there.
I mean, you know.
It still benefits me in a way, but at least it benefits him as well. Doesn't sound so bad.
I have nothing else.
What?
Well, doesn't Darren have a segment?
No, it's not
No,
ready yet.
it's not ready yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
can
I just
tell
thought
you
2
real
weeks
quick
might have been.
about
Oh,
our
fine.
downtown.
Well, no, it's gonna.
adventure.
Do you know how like Alex, cut this out? Do you know how awful some of the first episodes are? They're
Never
rough.
listened to him.
They're rough.
Miranda, what were you gonna say?
I just said I can tell you real quick about our downtown adventure with my friend that came in from out of town.
And then also joined you from out of town?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about your adventure downtown Tennessee.
So, so my friend drove here from Indiana about 6.5 hours to be here for the 4th of July. I just said that really country. I don't know what's happening. So we did the whole 4th of July thing, and then the next day we were like, oh, let's do the whole Nashville experience. You know, I don't go out much. I mean, lately. And so I'm like, yeah, let's go. We were just going to have a cool girls' day in Nashville, be tourists, go eat some food, look at the new places down there because I haven't been down there, like, looked around in forever. So we get down there, and first we start going to some stores. And one of the first stores we go into, you walk in, and there's coolers on each side. One has a cooler full of beer, and the other one has seltzers. And we walk up, and they have, like, whiskey up on the counter that you can take shots. So, we walk up and we're like, is this for real? Like, are these free? And he's like, yeah, take one. And we're like, okay. And so we grab our drinks and leave and start, that's where we started. Well, then
What
we're
were
like,
they
we're
laced
hungry.
with?
Who knows? Because it was a crazy night. So then we go to Jason Aldean's kitchen and we're like, we're going to get some food. Well, the menu sucks. Sorry, Jason Aldean. And we just weren't feeling anything. And
They have
the
goat?
one thing we did order, no goat. They were out of that. No, the one thing we did order, they
Rabbit.
were out of the shrimp tacos. We really just wanted shrimp tacos. And they were out. But anyway, so we just kept drinking. We had some rum drinks and vodka drinks, and that's a song. And and so we're just hanging out, and I was on TikTok, which stupid, I shouldn't have been. Can I say that? Is that okay? I was on TikTok.
It's stupid. You shouldn't have been.
You're not going to get
No, that
banned
I was
here.
on it. Okay. YouTube's not gonna get mad that I'm.
No,
I said
no. YouTube doesn't care.
TikTok's petty.
Yes.
They're also
So
Chinese.
we were live and we were just having fun talking, and these guys walk up that are like from New York or Long Island somewhere, and just start asking us to take a picture of them because they're on vacation. And so we're like, yeah. So the guy was talking to my friend Amy, and he said something, and she thought he said syphilis, and so she like yells out syphilis, and literally my feed just goes blop.
Oh.
You've been kicked off. Your live is ended.
Chris had midgets
That's it.
once, and we got banned from.
I mean, it's crazy. But I remember being on Chris's live that one time, and he was just fuck this, blah blah. I mean, he was saying all the things, and I was like, why?
I remember saying fuck TikTok. And
Yes, he was saying.
I had like 3 people watching. That's probably why.
Oh well.
Yeah, but you don't, Miranda. You don't understand. So that was back when. So the first ban that we got was 7 days before I was going to be going live for the very first time at Disney.
Okay.
And it was a 1-week ban. So I couldn't go live until noon on that first day. So like Sarah and Lewis had already gone, and like I'm starting a live at noon.
All by
You don't
yourself.
start a live at noon. You end the live at noon. And but I used to take it super seriously. Like Chris would go online, and I'm texting him. I'm like, cut it out. You can't say that. You stop saying that. Stop saying that. And then Lewis and Sarah are going live from a bar, like all on the same account. And I'm like, you can't drink alcohol.
It
Like,
was
stop
Chili's.
It was Chili's.
Yeah. And then Chris is driving one day, and he gets banned for 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my, you guys are stressing me out.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's like the whole time we were sitting there, I'm like, this is apple juice. This I learned from Scott. This is apple juice. And, you know, that was fine. None of that mattered. But usually, you know, they don't want to see alcohol on there. But then I think, so I got banned. We went to another place. Amy started a live, and there's like Coronas and stuff in the screen. And nothing. It's just fine. Like, they know you're at a bar. They know you're drinking. They see alcohol, and they just keep letting it run. And I don't know. I haven't
But
figured it
syphilis
out.
crosses the line.
Syphilis, that was the end of it. So and the last time I got banned, I was talking to my friends about Sex in the City, you know, just talking about the show. And we didn't say anything inappropriate in I don't know. So I don't know what TikTok's deal is, but yeah, so I'm banned for a week. And if I get one more strike, I'm out. And I'm like, if they take my account, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not building it up and doing all that again. It's just too much work. So, yeah. But yeah, it was a long night.
How was the weather?
It was so hot. We were so sticky and gross. Oh, it was so humid. It was like 97. I don't know.
Ooh.
It was awful.
Ooh.
That's why we were trying to like be on the street for a second and go right into another bar because it was so nice and cool in the bars. And I don't remember what bars we went to. I don't know how we got. I don't know. It was just a long night.
I don't know how I got this tattoo.
We tried. We actually went to a tattoo place.
Oh
and
my gosh.
we were just gonna get a small friend tattoo, you know, and the starting was like $150 because it was.
Yeah.
What's Pink's husband's name? It was his tattoo
Purple?
place.
Oh,
Purple.
Nate
what's
Russ.
it? No, it's the
Keisha.
one that's in City Walk. What's that? Tattoo parlor.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bob
That guy.
Something
He's
Heart.
like a
No.
There's
Carrie
a tattoo
Carrie
parlor in
Hart.
City Walk?
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a tattoo parlor in City Walk. It's over by the
A friend of mine
Burger
got
King.
some Harry Potter there.
Well, it was expensive because I was like, I am not paying $150 for something like this, so we didn't do it. Walked out.
Nick, how's the weather in Ohio?
So apparently Sean just texted me. There's apparently a tornado that it's touching down somewhat nearby us. So
Oh.
There
hopefully
it
we'll be
is.
fine here today.
Yeah. Do you need to go?
There's no sirens yet, but Sean just posted a picture and it's like 10 miles away.
This
But,
is why I need to take custody of the Legos. This is
Protect
why.
them. Protect the Lego. Could you imagine? So it's been raining off and on, which I was in the Dominican Republic where it was super sunny, but apparently it had been raining a lot last week. And today it actually started raining in my bedroom. Is that supposed to happen where it comes through the ceiling?
But
No,
Chris
that's
there?
usually, yeah.
Yeah.
It usually comes to the
Chris
basement.
isn't here. Yeah, so there's a leak in our roof apparently now. Our house is only like 7 years old, guys. Like this shouldn't be happening, but
Do you just rhyme roof
sure.
with hoof?
Yes.
did I say? Sure. Did I say huh? What?
You said roof.
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 Roof. Roof.
That's all right. Roof.
Is this like a
So-
sexual innuendo? Like there's a furry on your ceiling and it's leaking through the roof?
I wish it was that because this is causing me a lot of stress today. I'm just literally trying to lay down to take a nap, and I heard this loud dropping drip noise. And Piper and I are both looking around like, what is that? And she looks at the ceiling. It's dripping from the light bulb in the ceiling.
That sounds really
Like,
dangerous.
Is this safe? Okay.
That sounds
I'm asking the
really
straight people
bad.
here. Like, I feel like you guys.
No, not safe.
That's
Okay.
not good. That's a bad sign.
Scott used to have a guy for
So-
that, but
I still have a guy for that. We got we were having problems with our dryer not drying things after taking 3 or 4 cycles. So we had the vents cleaned, like the air ducts, everything. I came home, it smelled like a nail salon. There's so much sanitizer everywhere.
I use sanitizer at a nail salon. Have you ever been to a nail salon? At first, it just smells like nail polish.
It does,
Yeah.
or nail polish remover.
It makes a little bit more
Strong.
sense.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
I don't. I don't have anything.
No.
Oh,
I'm like scurrying through the internet like for stuff to write about. There's just nothing. I don't want to
Okay.
talk about the floods in Texas. I think that's horrible.
mhm.
I'm
What
looking
about
at.
the original? Wasn't he the Silver Surfer? The actor
No,
that died.
Dr.
He was
Doom.
Dr.
He was
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Okay, whoever he was, and he was in Charmed and all of that. He died, and he was super cute, and that's sad.
What if he was ugly?
It's only
Wouldn't it
sad
be
when cute people die.
No, I'm just saying he was younger and cute, and it's just sad. So-
I do
Well,
have. If you wanted to play a couple, like 1 or 2, "Am I the Asshole?" I have those from the last time.
No, let's say because we're at 54 minutes,
Okay.
so we can just.
The only joke I
this.
have is Scott talked about how he's working out now and getting bulges in places that he didn't know he could get bulges. I experienced the same thing when I met Nick for the first time.
Very nice.
Bravo.
Very nice. Does anybody have anything coming up with the kids this weekend?
I just want to say Chris's sister has some really hot guy friends.
Oh.
Just saying that. Yeah. I was
We'll
turned
have to
on by a few
talk
of them.
because there was an interesting
Um,
It
crowd.
was a must. It
I'm
was.
actually-
It was a very mixed crowd.
Go ahead, Miranda.
I was just gonna say I'm going to South Carolina on Wednesday, and then I'm going to Gatlinburg Monday. So
I'm going to
Oh, nice.
Gatlinburg,
Gatlinburg.
not on Monday, but I did plan a vacation for Gatlinburg in late August, going to stay at Margaritaville.
nice.
Oh,
Nice.
it's such a pretty resort.
Mhm.
Abby's going to Nashville on Friday.
What? That
Yep.
sucks. I won't be here.
She's like 6.
Her-
What did she have business doing in Nashville?
She's got family up there,
TikTok.
Indiana and Nashville.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Indiana and Nashville. How weird is that, right?
I know.
My
I
friend
know.
just
You're doing
came
the
and she's in
opposite.
Indiana. and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's just weird. Yeah. So I won't be here next week.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know how we can go on without you.
I mean, I know you've never done it before.
Darren, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Darren_Maffei on Instagram, and then that'll bring you to a link tree with all of my other socials.
Miranda?
I'm not sure I'm banned right now. So, no, I'm just kidding. So you can find me on the TikTok at Rander_Renee.
Nick?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Sandpiper Vacations, where we can book any vacation destination around the globe, including destination weddings, is what apparently I specialize in now too. And I can also, you can find me on Instagram at Emotional Support Gay Nick, where I will be probably in a Speedo eating pizza somewhere.
Sarah?
You can find me on the TikTok at hi_I'm just Sarah.
Chris?
Yeah, I mean, did anyone else have any plans this weekend with the littles before we?
Oh yeah. I won't be here.
I paused. I waited.
I
You gotta
didn't
go
you have any
name by
plans?
name, you know?
Yeah, we got to do popcorn. Popcorn Nick? Oh, do we not know what that is? I went to school in the early 2000s. That was a thing we did. Popcorn, and then that's the person who talks
Oh.
next. Yeah. I don't know why it's
Oh, gotcha.
popcorn,
Okay, I see.
but yeah.
Popcorn reading,
won't-
Yeah.
one over here, one over
Yeah,
there, one
yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
I actually won't be around to parent my child this week. I finally get a little break, but I'm headed to Fort Lauderdale to a travel conference where I'm going to be meeting with like 200 different suppliers.
Oh,
It's gonna be
wow.
Did you
very
say you're going to
busy.
be mating with 200?
I might be.
Hopefully, if the meeting
I'm
goes
all-
well.
Lots of stories when he gets back.
How do you think Nick can go on so many vacations? He's not even a travel
Right.
agent. He just sleeps around.
It's funny because it's true.
Chris, your socials?
Oh, I was like, wait, what is my? It's been a long day. Chris
Not
Yob,
your Social
NNF.
Security.
Yeah, I was about to like rattle it off. I was like, wait a second, I don't think I should say that. Chris Yob, NNF on TikTok. Ellie hasn't been doing anything cool lately. It's pissing me off. So I haven't had a lot of good video content ever. I try to shoot things, and she's just totally, like, just defying my commands. It's pretty frustrating.
And gravity.
She's
Alex?
In gravity.
she's doing this new thing now, real quick, where she's starting to throw tantrums, and she throws her head back really far. She got a huge head, so it's like there's like 6 holes in my walls and around the house now. Now you'd think there would be. Like this morning, we put her in. I got her up and I brought her into the bedroom. I thought she'd have fun in bed with mom and dad. No, she's just throwing her head. But she hit the headboard so hard twice. She's gonna be like talking like Antonio Brown next week because of the CTE. feel kind of bad, but it's like shouldn't be throwing tantrums. We had McDonald's for dinner, so. And then, but I open up barbecue sauce. She's throwing tantrums because she wants the barbecue sauce. So I let her look at it, and she's trying to eat it.
That's what they do. My kids just eat the sauce.
Yeah, she's like dipping it like it's soup. Like, this is not soup. She loved it, and she gets pissed off and taking it away. Like, you can't eat this. It's barbecue sauce. She drank seltzer water yesterday. That was pretty funny to watch. We thought it'd be funny.
Was it flavored seltzer?
Lemon
or
lime.
was it? Oh.
Yeah, we thought it would be funny, and she just chugged it. And she saw. You ever watch Willy Wonka? No. You know Willy Wonka when the girl turns into the blueberry and she starts flying away? That's exactly what started happening. I started squeezing her so she'd burp. It was terrifying. Oh no, that wasn't even the blueberry. It was Charlie. He did the thing.
Yeah, Charlie drank the bubbles.
Horrible
yeah.
reference. The blueberry person was just me, just morbidly
Yeah,
obese.
she was rolled away.
Yeah, and it was Charlie and his deadbeat grandfather who did the soda thing. You ever
Well,
read
you can connect with all
You ever read
of
the
us.
book?
All of our-
You ever read the
all of
book,
our
Willy
social
Wonka?
media links
The book's
are
really
right
good,
there
actually.
on our website. No New Friends Podcast.com. While you're there, check out our sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse for as low as $2 a month. That's our Patreon, where you will have all sorts of exclusive access to cutting room floor, early release, and whatnot. And if you listen to us on Spotify, please leave a rating and a 5-star review. That really helps us out, as well as on Apple. On behalf of thewisemandarren.com, Miranda, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
See you later, poopy bus.
He only had 45 minutes to find that.
I know.
I never got the popcorn, so thanks.
Listen, I tried.
You did.
I tried.
It's okay, Scott. I'm childless this week, so it's fine.
Sorry.
Thanks for asking, though. Well, you know what's gonna. You shouldn't apologize
I
at all.
I
I'll have to
had
close the
something
door.
exciting happen this week, but it's fine. I won't talk about it.
He's pregnant. He's having a kid.
I forgot
No.
the best part of my story. I'm still hungover. I'm still
God.
so hungover.
Scott, why'd you end the episode so early? God.
I just
He was
remembered.
rushing
Raw
us.
or something.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw is on.
Mm.
Oh, Lord.
It's been on for 10 minutes, guys.
It's been on for an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, really? Then what?
Yeah,
the
it starts
hell?
at 8.
It starts at 8.
I mean, you can record stuff now. Like, what is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
No, we do.
so
It's
yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
I just have to be up early.
Oh,
So
you're
is
gonna
it
have to watch.
Raw or is it your work schedule? You gotta pick one.
Yeah.
So,
Can't have both.
I'm gonna watch Raw, but then I still have to go to bed because
So you'll
I'm-
stay up late for Raw, but not for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
fair
That's
enough.
how
my
it
God.
is.
Yeah.
Heard that. It's those 3 beers at Epcot. He's
and I
getting
have to
old.
pee.
Hi. Oh,
Oh,
she
shit,
hung
yeah.
up. We can't
You're
hear
also
you, Chris.
muted.
Still can't hear you.
Is this
Chris, you're-
live? Is
We're on
this...
YouTube, yeah.
Oh, brother. This is live or...
Yes.
Did I stutter?
We're live.
I'll go now.
I'm joking.
That
No,
was
it's
so
not. We're not.
unimportant.
Huh?
Oh. I was like, this call was so unimportant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was serious, and she showed me
Tell
a.
her every call is important.
She showed me a T-shirt of
Do you
Keisha
wanna see
Phillips from
it?
Backyard Baseball. She called me to show me this shirt.
What is that?
I don't know if any of them know what Backyard Baseball is.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
just a
fine.
generational thing, I guess. I don't know.
All right, see you. Thanks.
All
for
right.
It'll be a New
Call us
Jersey
old.
thing.
Bye.
She FaceTime. I thought it was something serious. She's like, "Look at this shirt." Like, I know. The guy that you're with showed me it at the resort. He was very drunk though.
Did Scott just walk away
I
from
was
the
gonna
episode?
say our host literally skipped.
Isn't that crazy? I think he had
My
diarrhea.
God.
We didn't even talk about the fact that Diddy got let go, right? Or he's off.
I'm so happy. I was one of the people spraying baby oil out front of the
Oh,
courthouse
so-
celebrating. Did you see that? They're like people were pouring baby oil on each other. Like that is
Well,
insane.
frustrating.
All right, YouTube. Well, I guess that's it. I guess that's
Well,
Well, leaves before
hold
he
on.
gets
So
back.
Scott said he just pulled a Mary.
Yeah. What's going on? Should we let him go?
No.
Just
All
leave him here on YouTube by himself, and we'll all
We
just
should.
leave.
That would be really funny. By YouTube.
I didn't know. Oh gosh.
You're so
Rest in peace, Cole. Yes, rest in peace, Cole.